everyone, this is Madison, and this week for Nature Journaling, we're going to be learning about amphibians and reptiles. When we group reptiles and amphibians together, we call them herps, and the study of herps is called herpetology. This week for our journal entry, we're going to go herping, which is when you go looking for reptiles and amphibians. Before we go out herping, it's really important to know that salamanders and other amphibians take in their surroundings through their skin. So if you're wearing really strong lotions or soaps, it can actually harm the animal. So make sure before you leave, you rinse your hands with warm water, but try not to use anything with strong scents. It's also important before you go outside to always protect yourself against ticks. Therefore, you should wear something that covers all of your body, and when you come in, you should make sure that you have someone help you look for ticks. You have a whole week to find them, so if you go outside and don't find anything, don't give up and try again the next day. When you're looking for herps, you should try to find a place that's damp or a place with a vernal pool. A vernal pool is a pond that forms only during certain seasons. So in the spring, when it rains a lot, you might see this pool, but later it might disappear. If you're really lucky, you may see salamander eggs in the vernal pool. Salamanders lay their eggs in these vernal pools, and they look sort of like a clear jello-y substance. Sometimes I like to look around before I move the log or the leaves. After you're done searching, you want to make sure that you put the log back the way you found it so that you don't mess up the habitat. Unfortunately, I was not able to find any salamanders or frogs today, but here are some pictures of salamanders that I found on other herping expeditions. Green frogs can be 2.5 to 3.5 inches long. Their colors vary, but they're usually green to bronze, and they often have dark markings. If you look at this photo, you can see that ridges extend from the eye to 2/3 along both sides of its back. Bullfrogs are 3.5 to 6 inches long. They have very large bodies, and their colors vary. They're often dull green with dark markings. If you look behind the frog's eye, you may notice a large circle. This circle is called the tympanum, and it's the frog's eardrum. Bullfrogs have skin folds that curve around the tympanum. Spring peepers can be from 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches long. They have very small bodies with smooth skin that is usually light brown, but may also be gray or olive. They're easy to spot because they have a dark X on their back. However, because they're really small, you're more likely to hear the spring peepers. Wood frogs can be 1.5 to 3 inches long. Their body is light tan to brown. What really makes them unique is the dark raccoon mask across their eyes. They also have a bright white line on their upper lip. Eastern American toads are 2 to 3.5 inches long. Unlike frogs, they have rough skin due to the bumps on their back called warts. Eastern American toads are usually light brown to reddish brown and have 1 to 2 warts per dark spot on its back. They also have dark speckles on a white belly. Northern redback salamanders can be 2.5 to 4 inches long. They have a slender, dark gray body and have a red-orange stripe along the back and tail. Blue-spotted salamanders are 3 to 5 inches long, with a long tail. Their bodies are gray to bluish-black, and they have blue spots on their sides, tail, and legs. Their belly is lighter than their back. It has 4 toes on its front feet and 5 toes on its back feet. Two-line salamanders are rather small, and they range from 2.5 to 3.75 inches long. They are tan to light yellow and have 2 black stripes that run from the eyes down to the tail. Spotted salamanders are 5 to 9 inches long. They have a black to dark gray body with 2 rows of yellow spots. Adult newts, the photo at the bottom, are yellowish brown. They have a yellow belly with black spots. The adult's tail is flattened and skin is smooth. The top photo is a young newt. Young newts are reddish orange with 2 rows of reddish spots. These spots have black borders around them. Garter snakes are one of the most common snakes in the North Country, and they can be up to 2 feet long. They are completely harmless to people. Garter snakes can vary in color and pattern, but they're usually dark brown or green with 3 yellowish stripes down their sides and back. The smooth green snake is light green on its back and has a yellow or white belly. When the snake is first born, it is olive green, blue-gray, or even brown, but after it sheds its skin for the first time, it becomes the characteristic bright green. Smooth green snakes are also harmless and usually flee when they're threatened. The milk snake has brown or reddish blotches on the light gray to tan body. Milk snakes are sometimes confused with rattlesnakes because they vibrate their tail when they are annoyed. However, they are not rattlesnakes and they're completely harmless. The red-bellied snake is brown, gray, or black. They usually have 2 dark stripes down the back and 2 along the sides. These snakes can only grow to be about 15 inches long. The belly is usually red, but can be red, orange, or pink. The northern ringneck snake has a body color that is bluish-gray to black. They are easy to recognize because they have a complete ring around their neck. The color of the belly of the snake matches the color of the ring around its neck. Painted turtles are 5 to 7 inches long. They have stripes on their neck and spots on their head. The top shell is called the carapace. The carapace of the painted turtle is dark with a red border. The bottom shell is called the plastron. The plastron of the painted turtle is a plain yellow or orange. The male common map turtle is 4 to 6 inches long, while the female common map turtle is 7 to 11 inches long. The top shell of the common map turtle has squiggle designs on it. It looks almost like a topographic map. That's how it got its name. The shell is smooth, but it has a big ridge that goes down the middle of its back. Snapping turtles can grow to be 18 inches long and weigh over 35 pounds. They're usually light green and brown, or dark green and brown. If you see a snapping turtle, it's important that you look at it from a distance. This is because the bottom shell of a snapping turtle is rather small, and it does not cover its limbs or tail. Because the bottom of the turtle is exposed, they can sometimes be aggressive and defensive. Wood turtles are 6 to 8 inches long. They get their name because their top shell almost looks like wood. Blandings turtles are 6 to 11 inches long. They're easy to recognize because their throat and chin is a bright yellow. The top shell of the Blandings turtle is smooth and helmet-shaped. Thank you for watching. Have a great week and happy herping.